play with me, but I still gamble with it. We getting right before we take off on the landing strip. Know that you like all the attention that a fan gives. Say that you like me, but you way too young for marriage. I've been here before, I know exactly how it goes. Yeah, now I got you packing up your clothes. You can hit me up and let me know exactly when you close. I'm her favorite, says she need a... She wanna all day. Hey, 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 hey.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The Seahawks at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They're going right back to Walker. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. This defense for the Dolphins very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 3rd and 4. Now Smith. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
A 53-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
The safety position continues to evolve into a bigger role in run defense than in the past. They certainly love to have him drop down and get aggressive in bringing ball carriers down behind the line of scrimmage. Not many bigger stops than that one right there.
Now, after the loss, they'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Weak rolling on the coverage there defensively. You talk about this Seahawk defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. The slot man in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Room to maneuver at the 35. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead. So that's going to be a nice one for the passing stats. So that's how it will go down in the stat sheet. But the success of that play, no doubt, all thanks to the talents of the wideout.
Oh, he was definitely the recipient of good blocking as well, especially at the line of scrimmage. And once he got around the corner, you got the sense that no one was going to get him. Really nice ball handling, too, in order to get it to him.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Brown. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Walker now on 1st and 10. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 2. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Looking sideline, incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Smith. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick 1st down.
A give left side. Here's Achane. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Again, it's Achane. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Tua sets up to pass it. Short throw to Smith. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
Tua going to throw. That's to the new Dolphin. It's Odell Beckham Jr. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
Looking to pass to him. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Nothing the score after one on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Running left, Achane. Able to push his way through. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's 2nd and 7. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And Achane is someone the Dolphins are expecting a lot from in his sophomore season. He's an electric playmaker who every time he touches the ball feels like he could go the distance.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. What a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane from 13 yards out. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, Smith. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Smith now to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
First down for Lockett, and he's someone who's been a reliable weapon throughout his entire career. In fact, he doesn't get the credit he deserves. When it's all said and done, he's been one of the best receivers in Seahawks franchise history.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Play action. It's Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno now to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. To the right side, this is Walker. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 54 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. And Walker once more. Down inside the 40.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Smith. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And that pass rush tells us that Bradley Chubb is back in form after his knee injury a season ago. Led the league with 6 forced fumbles and had double-digit sacks for the first time in 5 seasons 1 year ago.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Smith. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively, and 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Smith. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building anymore.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now a 2nd and 10. Smith. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Deshaun Hand. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
From the 50, it's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Here's Tua. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle, 63 yards. And the Dolphins get a late score here, the final minute of the 1st half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And they take a knee. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the 1st half of play. 1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Up the middle, Achane.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Third and 2. They'll run for it with Achane.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now Tua.
His throw incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Waddle, the motion man right. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught by Waddle.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And down he'll go at the 25. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Decent run, maybe hoping for a little bit more. Does those set up 3rd and manageable?
And every play this run, if it's blocked perfectly and executed perfectly, it's set up to go for a touchdown, right? But I like the way you described that one. Just get into a 3rd and manageable. Nice decision making and took care of the football.
And that will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Here's Hill on the return. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. A run straight ahead with Achane. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. In motion goes the tight end. And he is caught. And he works free. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from taking the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know,
and now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Breaks through the contact. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
Oh, a nice spin. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
77 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
After the toss, well executed there to find the space and then eventually get out of bounds after a good gain.
And for the toss play to be that successful, you've got to control the edge. And oftentimes, if you've got a tight end who can do that, that allows that toss play to get called often during a game.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7. On the option, it's Smith himself.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Throwing is Smith.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Smith. And he whips that one incomplete there.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Keeps himself upright, eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Man in motion left. That's Smith and Jigba. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. What a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for a fourth quarter lead. Myers' kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to pass. Tua. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
On play action, here's Tua. He'll dump this off to Achane. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
In motion, Hill. Tua sets up to pass it. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Tua going to throw. And that is incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now it's Lockett. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Here's Walker to start the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
From the 29, here's 2nd and a couple. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Smith and Jigba in motion right. And they'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Skirts by him at the 35. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw caught by Achane. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
From midfield, here's Tua. Short throw to Smith. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 40 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number 1, it's easy for him to get lost. And number 2, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not one that's satisfactory to them. Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
Yeah, they've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down and allowed to throw it anyway.
Mostert will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Geno.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Room past the 35. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them. Go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Geno now to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
On third down, Achane. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Taken down at the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Dolphins, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0